Tried to record this. Okay, let's have a go. So I've made a decision. Me and Roy have been talking, and ever since we've been here, we've been figuring out how the system works, how we want to fit into it, what our long-term goals are, etc. The good thing is our long-term goals haven't changed whatsoever. We were on the Workaway.info website the other day, and we're in a position where we can start inviting people in to give us a hand on the Workaway scheme. I'll put the link underneath in the description. Anyway, from that we was reading the description, and our long-term goals and our short-term goals in general that I've written on my website as well haven't changed at all, which is amazing, really. What does change constantly is how we fit into the French system. We don't have a clue how it worked. We're learning as we go along. We have different ideas of how to do it. We fill in forms, then they send it back months later saying you've missed something out, you've done something wrong, it's all over the place. The first 3 months we were here, our heads broke with the language and the appointments and the official stuff and this, that and the other. We're in our 3rd year. We can cope with the paperwork, but it's just constant. They love their paperwork. So our long-term goals, our original goals haven't changed, but other things change constantly. So our decision recently is we were going to register for agricultural, be a small holding, etc, etc. It's not that easy. I nearly filled the forms in and signed it and sent it off, but I didn't know 100% what I was getting into. I thought I did, but we got given the wrong information, which is fine, all part of the learning curve. And then a good friend of ours came round at the weekend, and he said, I'm glad you asked me, because we've been here 10 years and they didn't learn that quickly. They had to go through the process and realise where they've been going wrong and this, that and the other. And it's a long process. Even the French are confused with the French system. So anyway, luckily he stopped it in its tracks, my form, and said, do you really want to be doing this? And explained, and he's going to help us out a bit. Anyway, we've been having a long chat, and we went back to our original goals of how much in the system do we want to be, and we basically don't. We want to go off-grid eventually, so all we want to do is earn some money. And I thought doing the eggs and the herbs and things, we could bring some money in. That would be our self-employed side of it for me, and then Roy can continue doing his work because his work's established. It's brilliant. He's even got a great reputation over here. He gets work. He doesn't have to advertise. He gets it by word of mouth. It's absolutely brilliant. He fits in great. I started doing my healing and things with the COVID and everything. That all stopped. So I thought, well, we just do the agricultural. I think I'm running before. I'm not enjoying the moment as much as I should be. I'm sort of running to fit in more into the system, but I don't want to be in the system. So basically, we would have ended up paying €3,000 per year to the Chambre d'Agriculture, whether we earned that money or not. And that doesn't sound good to me. So I'm glad we've come across this obstacle. So basically, I've decided now. Again, our original idea when we came here was to run a gîte, so to bring money in from the gîte. We're doing chambre d'hôte now, which is bed and breakfast, which I like, which is much better. And so why don't we just stick to that? I thought, why don't we just stick to that? So we got Roy in his job, excuse me, his digger work and his bricolage, his DIY and his jardinage, which is garden, like gardening and all that. And he's doing really well on that now the season's started up again. So I'm going to stick to the chambre d'hôte thing. Now we're still building the barn up for that, but we do rent out the caravan anyway at the moment. And last summer it was full of Airbnb guests, and this summer we're starting to get that again. So we're just going to stick to that. And also, I thought, because we're doing the food is free and stuff, and I can't think of the word sometimes, sorry. In my head, I was confused, thinking, how can we do food is free, but then charge for other food? The herbs and the eggs and everything. So I thought, well, that's a no-brainer. That just makes sense. If we don't go down that route with the agricultural, it'll all be for free. And in the sense of in the idea of being the change we want to see in the world, I thought that's brilliant. So what we're going to do is, I hope I'm making sense, we're going to grow all the herbs, all the food, get some more chickens, so we can get more eggs and stuff. And we're going to start up our bartering exchange program thing with friends. We already do that anyway, so there's no confusion. So we have a massive garden. I have the inspiration and I'm learning the know-how of how to do things. We don't want any more animals, because if we ever go away, it's a lot to look after. We've got friends who have farms and animals, and it's a lot of work. We've already got small children, that's enough animals for us, energy wise. And cats and a dog and the chickens, that's enough for us. So we want to be more simple with things. So everything I'm going to grow in the garden this year, that takes the pressure off all that, actually, which is brilliant. And I just do it out of love. And what we're going to do is grow it and share with the community and get an exchange program going. Why not? So that's my decision. We're not going smallholding agricultural officially. We need to come away from the official, because I just can't cope with all the different stages and the paperwork and things. I'm sat in our swing seat, and I'm just going to do you a round robin to show you a lovely view from down here, which you've probably seen on our other videos. Roy's had to drag a forest off because he's jumping all over me. He wants to be part of it, of course. But I never get any videoing done or nothing if I don't put my foot down and say, I need some space. God, in fact, Roy took the children off for the other morning, and I got to sit in our stone circle with my headphones on, listening to music, listening to Nako Bear, and connecting with the energies and in the sun, and it just reboosted. Oh my God, it was amazing. So now the sun's here more, I'm going to try and do more of that, juggling the children with Roy. Anyway, that's our decision, and yeah, so watch this space. I will alter things on the website again, and yeah, and I look forward to growing all the herbs. In fact, all my little baby plants are coming up now, so I'm all excited. Anyway, I'll see you soon.